what I speak of whenever I say things that are really important will skirt by them. But if this was changed over to be something of a more sexual nature, then men and women would have jumped on it. By the time I got to sit down, I was sitting back there in the back. And as you can see,
Sorry.
You okay? Ain't nobody here.
And Scooter came together and figured out a deal for Social Death and Hive. And when I signed the deal, the first thing that came to my mind was that, oh, I got a documentary coming out that's really like about music.
Hey sisters, good morning. Today is, baby, is it Tuesday? It's Tuesday, August 5th. And I'm getting ready to head out to go look for some equipment for the podcast. Because I want quality over, just getting something, just get something. So what I'm looking for, I'm still looking for the mic stands. I'm going to go to Micro Center and I think guitar something. And I just want to actually look at them and get a feel for them. And because I want them to be heavy, because they're going to be on either each side of my sofa, but I want the ones also that can be adjustable in case I need to use them as a countertop, if that's possible. And based on what I find and physically touch, I might just order them off of Amazon where they'll be cheaper. I know we're not supposed to be doing Amazon, but baby, this is my money, not yours. But anyway, so two things this morning that resonated wildly with me, and I'm actually responding to one now, is where Blue, and she actually watches my channel, she posted this where she says this young lady just shared that she wants to have like 4 children, but she don't want no husband. She want a baby daddy so they can be turned. She says she wants to get started soon because she's already 15. She's getting old. And so she posted something she posted a meme that says, I'm confused, really, really confused. So this is what I started to write, because this goes back to what I said previously about us older, seasoned women. I got to take older out. Us seasoned women need to do better about mentoring, trying to understand our youth, not just the youth, but also our younger women, and versus talking at them, having a conversation with them to better understand them. Because in this day and age, we have to realize nothing is the same. And as much as we love to say nothing in life is new, it's all been done before, there is progression. There is progression. No matter what you say, there's progression. There's different monkeys, different shows, and things now are not like they were when we were growing up. And our youth and younger women are dealing with so much more than what we experience. And we have to acknowledge that their pressures and their triggers and their influences are just like this ramp is going up higher and higher to get to, higher. That's the same thing they're going through. So my response started out with, we have to pray for our youth. So much to unpack and process. It's not truly their fault, because we too often say, well, she's too fast, and that little girl knew what she was doing. That's not being accountable for the parts that we play or should play in our children's lives and our younger people's lives. It's not truly their fault when it's not truly their fault because the guidance is absent, and sometimes the father and even the mother isn't holding an example. And I was going to respond to that. So that's that. Something else, and I want to talk about this on the podcast, is something that I saw on one of my girlfriend's pages, and it's something that's just it blows my mind that we will have die hard, go hard discussions about things that are negative or certain things, but we won't, but certain other things, we'll just look at it and we'll keep going. The things that for me are extremely important to discuss and to dive into, we don't touch those, but we'll touch on any man versus woman thing, or when we do touch on it, it's very controversial. So her name is Katrina Marie Curtis. She's actually a life relationship coach. And so this is what she said. She says, real talk, testing the waters can drown you. Let's be honest. Sex before a relationship can feel like chemistry, but in real life, chemistry without commitment is just a science experiment. And you're not somebody's lab rat. Yes, intimacy can create connection, but without trust, clarity, and communication, it also invites confusion, attachment to potential, and emotional withdrawal that hits harder than a breakup. And here's the kicker, and it's not on them to slow down. Check that, ladies. It's on you to check the temperature before you swim. You chose to open access before a foundation was built. Sex doesn't secure love. Closeness doesn't mean clarity. And testing the waters before establishing the relationship often reveals more about your unhealed places than their intentions. Girlfriend, going deep. So let's be grown enough to say, if you've crossed that line, it's not shame, it's accountability. And if you haven't, don't let curiosity cost you clarity. Love without foundation floods fast. Don't drown in vibes. So she has, it's not a talk show, but it's not a talk show. She plays music. Yeah. And she goes on other people's shows. And I think I'm going to have her on mine as well, because she's actually was on I did a forum. Was it last year before last? Time is moving so fast. And she was actually one of the women that were on my panel. It was 4 of us. Okay. So this was posted. Now this is what I speak of whenever I say things that are really important. We'll skirt by them. But if this was changed over to be something of a more sexual nature, then men and women would have jumped on it. But considering it was speaking of waiting, which is what I had a big discussion about, and that's when I said the men came for me, and the men were like, nobody don't want that old ass coochie and you playing pussy games and all this other stuff. And even some of the women, come on like, shoot, we grown and this, that, and the third. We'll delve into that whenever I really get into the podcast. So she posted this 12 hours ago. And in those 12 hours, she got, including me, because I just liked it probably about 30 minutes ago, she got 6 loves, 1 like, and all of them are from women, nothing from men. Because, of course, men are not going to like anything whenever you are talking about waiting and establishing a foundation before you sleep together. They're not going to co-sign that. And sadly, so many women are not going to co-sign it either. So here was my response, and I'll make it quick. Well, my response is not quick, but we're going to get into, these are some of the topics that we're going to get into on the podcast. Because, of course, my podcast is for seasoned sisters, and I really want to know where your mind at, where you are in life. What is it that you're thinking? What made you what has brought you to the place that you are now? And, your life experiences, hopefully you guys will want to chime in and share. So my response to her is, I see this post has been up 11 hours and no comments and 6 likes versus 77 views. However, if the post was about men versus women or vice versa, it would have garnered more traction. I have had this conversation about my decision to wait longer before spreading my legs like a butterfly and received downright vitriol from quite a few men saying it's playing pussy games, and even pushback from women stating we grown. Not caring about the spiritual soul ties and mental and emotional confusion and conflict that sex creates, especially when there isn't a clearly defined monogamous relationship. This seasoned sister is way too spiritually grounded and healed to not fully understand how beautiful intimacy is when shared with the right person and with whom you have bonded with first in all other areas before introducing the physical. I will no longer abuse my body or my spirit by tying it to a soul that isn't as invested in me wholly as I am him. My pussy, my power. I said, keep talking their talk, sis. Some of us are listening. So that's that as far as that topic in conversation is concerned. And I'm not going to go into it here and have a car chronicle this morning. Because I need to handle my business. I need to try. I'm still trying to listen to this book, y'all. And me and my sweet baby, my little mini me, but she's not little because she's 30, but she's still my mini me. Me and my baby are having lunch today at 1, and I am so excited. You know, I told her, I said, Mommy needs some face-to-face time. I understand that she's a grown woman. I understand that she is in a great relationship. She has a business. She's been traveling. And we talk, you know, really almost daily, sometimes a couple of times a day. But Mommy still needs her. She needs to soak up. She needs to be in the midst of her daughter, of her whenever I connect, whenever me and my daughter are together, it revitalizes me, it re-energizes me. And so I am going to have lunch. I'm so excited today with my sweet pea, my baby. It's rainy and it's actually pretty cool here in Atlanta. And I actually just left out of the house, and the shoes that I got on are not the shoes that I wanted to wear with this dress. So I got to come back and change clothes before she and I have lunch. But the maintenance guy, he is so cute, but he too young. But the maintenance guy arrived just as I was getting ready to leave because I needed him to change the light bulb that's in my bedroom. And also, of course, you know, my rat can't fit on the floor. He said that it will all be taken care of by the time I get back. He told me I got too many dang clothes, but it is what it is. I do have a lot of clothes, but not as many as some of you guys. Not as many as Kaylani. Good Jesus. Not as many as Kaylani, and not as many as Bossy Tasha or Kimberly Bonet. Baby, them people got closets. I don't have closets because my weight goes up and down and I get frustrated, or whenever I get all excited about the fact that I done lost a couple of little pounds, and I start throwing stuff away. But anywho, I think I'm about to shoot up to Marietta, because if I go to Marietta, then I know I can go to I think there's a Micro Center up there. There's also a Didi's and a guitar place. Matter of fact, let me pull over here on the side and map out what I am about to do, because it's 10:16 and I got to be back in at least at most in 2 hours, so I can get myself together to go to have lunch with my sweet pea. But I'm not going to hold you guys long. I'm not going to give you another car chronicle this morning, but we'll chit chat. We'll talk. You know, I always got something to talk about with you guys. But please make sure that you are subscribed to my channel so you'll know whenever I got a surprise for you that's coming up really, really soon. I ain't even going to call it a surprise. Me and my girls are going to go live. We've been discussing it. We've been talking about it. Bossy Tasha wanted to go live like immediately, but I'm a planner. And so hopefully next week we can all get together and we can go live on my channel. It'll be a test run for the podcast. And but one of the things that I really want to make sure is that with my podcast, I am not just bringing to you things that come to my mind or discussions that I feel passionately about. I want to make sure that I also have topics of discussion that you guys want to talk about. Of course, we'll talk about menopause. We'll talk about being seasoned sisters, dating, life experiences, traveling, healing, our healing journey, spirituality. I'm not a religious person, but I am a spiritual person. So, we'll talk about that. We'll talk about some of our struggles. We'll talk about childhood. We'll talk about abandonment issues. We'll talk about, fathers, present, past, daddy issues. We will talk about the gamut of everything. But at the same time, I hear you guys. Not only do I see you guys, and I am so thankful and blessed to have you guys in my life, but I also see you. I feel your pain, whether you guys realize it or not. I take a lot of your energy in, because we are sisters, and I am a very empathetic person. And so I want to have discussions that will feed your spirit. I want to have discussions that will hopefully help you set out on a journey of healing. And hopefully you'll have other women who surround you and cocoon you and let you know that, sis, you're not alone. I'm going through that too. I've experienced that too. Like, wow, I didn't want to talk about it because I was so embarrassed or so ashamed. But here it is. I got 20, 30, 50, 100 women who have said that they too have been there for it. So this is not necessarily a Me Too movement. This is a cocooning of sisterhood that I hope this podcast will bring something to you that will feed your spirit and just let you know that you're not alone. If that makes sense. Hopefully it does. But I'm about to get started. Let me do my checking on finding out where exactly I'm going. I'm trying to be more structured in what I do on a daily basis instead of just letting the ADHD and the menopause brain have me scatterbrained all over the place. And then I end up doing a lot of absolutely nothing. But I love you guys, and I will holler at you guys a little bit later today. I hope that you are having a beautiful week on this Tuesday. I have approximately 9 days before I'm heading back to Daytona. I hope it's not going to rain, but I am so excited about going to see some water again. All right, ladies. Love you. Bye. Oh. Well, ladies, the podcast is really happening. I went looking for a boom mic because I love to see, whenever you see the podcast, that they got the microphone, the boom mics. But I'm going to be filming on my DJI Pocket 3. I'm not going to be filming on the camera just yet. So I went and bought the Mini. This is how serious I am. See if you can see it. I just dropped $39.99 on some filtered lenses for my DJI Pocket 3. I still need to get the wide lens. I'm gonna have to just go online and order it because I can't. They didn't have it in Micro Center, and then I just dropped $169.99, $170 for the dual minis. So this means that whenever I have a guest that I'm, talking to, then they'll have one on and I have one, and then I have this one. So hopefully I can connect all three. If I have like two people, I can connect all three and we'll all have microphones on. And then I got the filters. Baby, whenever I was, because I was gonna get the boom mic. That it's a Samsung boom mic, and then it came, but then it was like, if you get the boom mic, how are you going to connect it to your DJI? Because your DJI is what you're using to film your content initially before you one day graduate to something more. I actually could have film content on my cell phone, because actually I've gotten some really great content, especially the up close. These cell phones are amazing whenever it comes to as a camera, they really do a great job. But if I paid all this money for this DJI, and DJI is what I've been solely using, then I felt like it was worth me expanding upon even more. So this is an investment. I am able to afford this investment because of beautiful you. You guys have made it such that I can invest in giving back to you guys. What you've given me, I am investing in giving back to you guys. So that dual DJI mini microphones is going towards whenever I have Lish with me, or whomever I have that is sitting on my couch. Now, the next thing that I'm going to do is I need to work on, I was going to get rid of, I wanted to buy another couch because that couch sits down so low, but I am going to see about restuffing those cushions to see if that will help to make us sit up higher. I'm going to buy some more pillows, some big, pillows, and then go ahead and figure out what art I want to put on the wall. So the aesthetics will be nice for whenever I do film at the house. So I am really excited about this podcast. I really and truly am. And I can't thank you guys enough for how I've gotten here, because I've only gotten here and I've only began to dream bigger because of you. So I'm going to stop at DD's while I'm out here, and then I'm going to head home so I can see what they did as far as putting my clothes back up, my clothes rack back up, as well as getting ready to go have lunch with my daughter. Y'all, I'm all over the place. Anyway, I'll holler at you guys. I'm actually about to ride past my old job. I'm on Terrell Mill Road, and when I worked for AT&T, they were on Terrell Mill Road. AT&T has been going off Terrell Mill Road forever, so I haven't been by here in forever, and so I am really interested in seeing what it looks like now. Is it even still there? Because everything right now everything looks just totally different. So I'm just really interested in seeing, they put an entrance ramp to 75. Wow, a lot truly has changed over here on Terrell Mill Road. Y'all, I am about to start having a hot flash. Is that it? Is that 1600? Oh my God. That's where Fiserv is. Oh my God, it looks totally different. The building is there, and I think one of my girlfriends works for Fiserv. I'm gonna reach out to Deborah and see if she's at the old 1600 Terrell Mill building. I see the parking garage. Baby, let me tell you, I got to tell the story. So I got to tell story. I got to get somebody on the podcast who used to work at AT&T, because baby, AT&T, I had to turn them blades off for you guys. Baby, AT&T was, AT&T and Avaya, but especially AT&T, is fictional novel worthy. That call center back in the day, baby, it is Love and Hip Hop meets call center chaos. That's another one. I have actually been working on a book for years. I have hundreds of pages already completed of a book that is a combination of the antics from AT&T and the antics from Avaya. Baby, it was all kinds of stuff going on up in there in the conference room, in the training room whenever nobody was around, in the lactation room. Baby, there have been some pregnancies that happened at AT&T on the lunch breaks, and some freaky deaky stuff going on in the parking garage. Anyway, y'all, I'm gonna got to do these, and let's see what I can get in here in not supposed to buy, and I will holler at you guys later. But I am so excited, guys. It used to be a time whenever I always invested in others. Sky was a limit whenever it came to investing in others. But whenever it came to investing in myself, I always went the cheap route. I always shortchanged myself. I felt like I wasn't worthy, but everybody around me was worthy. I know I talk about this all the time, but I would spend money like it was nothing on some, oh, I got it. Don't worry about, oh, you want to go, you ain't got no money, you ain't got no job. Don't worry, I got it. But whenever it came to me, I always had to second guess. Should I get it? Should I not get it? But whenever it came to you, I got it. But finally, in my 50s, it started really my 40s, my late 40s and 50s, where I'm like, pull the trigger, Chloe. I am so excited about the woman that I am becoming. Michelle Obama's book, Becoming, that's your girl. I am becoming something that I would never have even fathomed, imagined, or dreamed that I would be. And it's all because I am finally learning how to just love me. So let me go in here and see if I can love on me some cute little 1-2 what you gonna do's. It's not super duper expensive. And I will get back with you guys later because I gotta hurry up and get home. I got 40 minutes. I'm only gonna be in here probably about 20. I'm gonna do a walkthrough, but I got to get back so I can get ready to make sure that I am cute for my scooter boop, boop. I'll talk to you guys later. Hey y'all. Well, I completely forgot that today is SiriusXM, iHeartRadio. I completely forgot that today is the day that I was supposed to see Jermaine Dupri. So last time it was Jeezy, and today it's Jermaine Dupri. And my sis come hit me up and was like, you're about to get an email. You need to go ahead and confirm it because we sent out 400 notifications, but we're only going to let in 100. I think it's 150 to 140. And my girl Kia was supposed to have been going, but she got big things popping, and so she wasn't going to be able to make it. So my girl Tiff is supposed to be going. I'm running behind because it is 5:21, and they start letting us in at, I believe, 6 o'clock. It's whenever, people already are lined up, and then they start letting us in. They start letting us in to take our seats. And last time I was sitting way back there in the back. I don't want to be sitting back there in the back. By this time, I really should already be there. But honey, I was trying to figure out what to put on. I didn't want to just, I almost threw on green again. I had on green last time. So I changed that. I actually had been saving this jersey that I was going to wear whenever me and Lish go out Friday. We're probably going to go out and watch the game. We don't care what game it is. We just want to go watch. Just get out. And baby, Lish needs to get out. So I just, threw something on. It's nothing major. But of course, you guys will see it because it's going to be part of my thumbnail. And then, of course, I'm going to have to give you a little 1-2 fashion show. But yeah, so we're gonna go up here and see what Jermaine Dupri is talking about. Whether you know it or not, he's not from Atlanta, but Jermaine Dupri is like the godfather of the ATL. So I just noticed they had taken down the So Def billboard years ago, and I just noticed a couple of weeks ago that it's back up. And if you know anything about ATL, so many of the acts that come out of ATL, of course, the Brad, Escape, Bow Wow, so many of the people that have come out of the ATL in the music industry in the 90s, Jermaine Dupri had a major hand in it. So his music is going to be, of course, diverse. It's not going to be like Jeezy, who, they just play just Jeezy music because, Jermaine Dupri has a plethora of artists that he has worked with. Not sure how long it's going to be. I think the interview process is maybe like first they play a lot of the music, of course, it's copyrighted, so I can't film it. I can't record it. I can film what's going on, but I can't record the music. But for really, to be quite honest, I think the artist doesn't get there till like 7, and they're up there talking for maybe about an hour. But before that, they're just, playing the music and everything. So, yeah, I am pretty excited in this darn traffic. Matter of fact, sit tight. Let me pull over right here and look at my email because I need to make sure that I have the best route to get there based on the ATL traffic. As you guys know, the ATL traffic is no freaking punk. 730 Peachtree Street. Let me put this in. Okay, so all of this is, whenever she sent it to me, I was like, damn, because I was just planning on staying at home and just chilling. But all of this is part of me being consistent with, okay, I'm glad I looked at it because it's telling me to go out the streetway versus getting on the freeway. Oh, shoot. Sorry about that, y'all. Hold up. Swing this thing back around. All of this is consistent with me making sure that I get out and don't get stuck in just being at home. I don't want to give you guys car chronicles. I do definitely want to give you guys a variety of different things that's going on in the ATL. Y'all, let me tell you. So it has begun. I don't know what's up with this weather in Atlanta, but it has been unseasonably cool for it to be August. I mean, when I say unseasonably cool, I mean unseasonably cool. Hold up. Yeah. It's been unseasonably cool for it to be August here in the ATL. It is, like right now, it's 82 degrees. The low was, so all the lows all the way up until next Friday, not this Friday, next Friday. The lows 67, 67, 68, 69, 70, 71, 73, 70. That is very uncommon for August in Atlanta. Then the highest that we're going to get all the way up until next Friday is 87 degrees. We're going to be around 82, 83, 84 all the way up until next Wednesday. And next Wednesday it jumps up to 86, 87, and then 87. We're talking about, it's the beginning of August. Usually we're deep off into the 90s all in August. The lows, if we get a low, our low may be the high 70s in August. So for our lows to be in the 60s is crazy. So I don't know what's going on, but whenever it feels like this, then my emotions get all out of whack, because it gives me the feeling of fall. And fall, I love fall. Fall is my most favorite time of the year. And I love fall. But, oh good Lord, I haven't been this winter. Why they building up? What is that? Child. Honey. It's ATL, baby. But how about, I had forgot it was preseason. We done had 2 preseason weeks. I mean, we done had a preseason. We got 2 preseason games this week. We had a preseason game last week, and child, I'm all, when I say all throwed completely off and discombobulated, I am all the way throwed off and discombobulated. I think I need to clean my lens. My lens looks nasty. That's why it's been looking, and I don't even have a. Hold on. I don't even have my towel in here. Hold on, you guys. No wonder y'all been looking crazy on my. I really need to clean. Baby, look at the improve. Babe, let me get my life together. Chloe, get your life together. There we go. Get your life together, Chloe. That's why I've been looking at my videos and wondering why when I'm in the car, my lens it's been looking kind of crazy. That's why it's been looking crazy. Clean your lens, Chloe. Anyway, so this is giving very much football season, and football season is of course, you know, that is also cuffing season, and my emotions are like this. I'm like real chill, but then I'm real loving. I'm real, I don't know. It's a Scorpio thing. It's a Scorpio thing. I don't know. I can't say about any other zodiac signs, but for me, it's a Scorpio thing. That fall just is cuddle season. It's just want to chill. It's just want to make some chili. It's want to just sit in the house and raise all the windows. That's why I love an apartment that has a lot of windows, especially really high windows. My other apartment had the window sill was low, and so I just want to raise all the windows in the house, light some candles even in the daytime, let the air flow through, burn my incense, burn the candles, burn some sage, clean out all the old, and you know, just, I mean, oh my God, I can't even describe the way that it makes me feel. And I'm feeling this now, and it's throwing me off because it's August. And so the fact that it's August and it's August, but it's feeling like October, and it's got your girl all the way thrown off. But nevertheless, it is what it is. It is life. Nothing stays the same. Everything changes. I don't know what's going on. I don't know if they done shot something up in the stratosphere, the atmosphere, and so it's just got the season messed up. I don't know. But what I do know is that I got 8 more days before I go to Daytona Beach. That much I do know. 8 more days. Next Thursday, I'll be in Daytona Beach. Anyway, y'all, I'm sitting in traffic. Well, I'm not in. I'm moving, navigating through traffic. I'm 1.3 miles away from where I'm supposed to be, and so I need to really concentrate on that. But of course, I will be taking you guys along, so you guys can see, what's going on, and I can show y'all my outfit. It says hustle. I decided I want to be a little bit more flamboyant, but of course, like I said, get away from athletic gear, get away from the booty shorts, tank tops, the hoochie mamas, all of that. I'm a seasoned sister, and so I need to make sure that, I look more put together. This is not even put together. I'm working on it, and my girl Kaylani motivates me every single day. All right, you guys. So, right quick, make sure you go watch my girl Kimberly Bonet. That is KY. Kimberly Bonet, Bonet. Go watch her videos. She's been really putting out some amazing, great, interesting, thought-provoking content here lately. Please make sure that you go watch her. And yeah, shout out to my girl. Me and her be having some really good, interesting talks. Podcast is coming soon. That's all I can tell you. It's coming soon. All right, y'all. Let me focus on what I'm supposed to be focused on. I decided to put on my Gucci's, even though I'm still mad about my other Gucci's. But I got my is it gonna connect? It's gonna connect. My microphone not connect. I'll be right back. Okay, now we're connected. So I'm waiting on Tiffany to come. She said that she's parking. Now, here's the thing. When Jeezy was here, got here like 5:45, it was packed. By the time I got to sit down, I was sitting back there in the back. And as you can see,
Sorry.
you okay? Ain't nobody here. I don't know where. Maybe they're a little slow getting here. But I don't know what happened. But you know what also happened? I don't know. Well, I know that they did send the notifications out a little later than they did the last time. I don't know. But we just gonna see what's gonna happen. Keep posted.
We want to continue to do events just like this right here in Atlanta. So we need your support. We need your subscriptions, and you can get the free services. You get a little bit of commercials.
What's up, y'all?
Hey.
Yeah.
Man, it's good to see you, bro.
Same here.
I feel like I've been seeing you all summer. You've been active, man. Especially during BET Week in LA. You was in the media room. I saw you pop out at the Jagged Edge concert, which was packed, by the way. Then you performed with Bow Wow at the awards. You was at the MLB All-Star game. You performed with Ludacris. And then you still find the time to make this project.
Scooter came together and figured out a deal for So Def and Hype. And when I signed the deal, the first thing that came to my mind was that, I got a documentary coming out that's really about music. right? Magic City is more or less than just the dances. It's the music that's just as famous as they are.
My bad. Can we pause it? See you later, vlog.